How long you think it's been up there?
You know, maybe just a week.
Could I record you for my web channel?
Sure. Actually, I'm coming out and looking for a space to do my own thing.
What's your thing?
I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
What I want to do is something like maybe I'll photograph something on the other side of the street. Maybe in front of that store, and then do a small representation of it over here in kind of black and white.
I guess I'd have to see it to really see it. I kind of get the idea.
Or
as
maybe,
a photo, huh?
Yeah, it's just as a photo.
Interesting.
Like people might not realize when they're looking at this that that's what it is at first, and then sort of put one together.
Makes you stop and look at it.
And instead of doing it on one big sheet, I'll just print it out on individual pieces and then put them together like a puzzle.
I work out of A and 5th. Where do you work out of?
15th and 1st.
Oh yeah? Most of photography?
Mostly writing, actually.
Mostly writing?
The side thing for me.
I see. I do a lot of painting and now video. And photography too.
Well, give me a card. I'd love to see what you...
I don't have one. I gave them all out last night. I went to gallery hopping, and a lot of galleries were doing their, Yeah. So
was it a good night last night?
It was a great night, yeah.
I was in...
Do you have any contact?
Yeah, I'll give you a card.
Okay.
I'm just kind of doing recon today. Looking for a good spot.
You're doing what?
Reconnaissance, going out before the army comes in and sort of getting the lay of the land.
Is that what's going to happen soon? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm using it kind of metaphorically. I'm not really planning a battle, but going out ahead of time and getting the lay of the land. I'm looking for a good spot. This isn't the spot I was looking for, but then I saw this, and I thought I should take a picture, and then I saw you taking a picture of it.
Oh, are you thinking of renting it out? Or something? Or just
guerrilla style? Just for a good spot to do. Yeah, guerrilla style, totally. Exactly.
Cool.
They had did you see this when they had that big sticker on here, the ad for, I forgot what it was.
So this is my web channel on YouTube. And then that's my website, and that's my email. My name is Washington. What's your name?
Washington Chavez?
Yeah.
Kurt Opprecht.
Nice to meet you, Kurt.
Nice meeting you.
Cool.
That's funny. That's neat.
All right, cool.
I coach writers and artists for money.
Yeah, I'm like slumming it these days. Unemployed, homeless, whatever.
Nice. How do you feel?
It feels great. Gave it all up. I wasn't even sure why I was doing any of it anyway. But it's not that bad. When I get into work, I like to teach. I'll teach art.
Yeah. It always feels good. You sort of notice how much you really know. It's always affirming.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a great... It's a long story. You can read my blog on my website.
All right, cool. It looked like you were up late.
Yeah, I was up all night.
You haven't been to sleep yet?
No, I did. I have a friend of mine. She, out of the kindness of her heart, I've been staying there for whenever I want. I could just drop by on 8th and 5th. But I just want to go. Sometimes I just feel like I don't want to take advantage of that anymore.
Yeah.
Just do my thing.
Well, it's funny.
Even though it breaks her heart, she's saying I should have an apartment and all that, and I'm not even sure I want that. It's crazy, I know, but I don't know. It just seems everything looks so ridiculous to me sometimes.
I get that way too.
What is the purpose?
And I say just go out, just go to Louisiana where it's a little warmer and just live in a shack. That's all you need. And then part of me goes, well, after you've been there about a week, you're gonna really be sorry you left Manhattan. And I go, okay. So what I should do is
you should do it just because of that.
I should sublet for a month or something, and then go do that for a month and see how it works out. The last time I went away, I went to India, and I just lived in India for a couple months.
Oh man, I would love to do that. I've been thinking about going to India or someplace like that.
Well, you can do it for like $500 a month, easy. If you really get settled, you could do it for $100 a month. Nice.
Yeah, I might go to Illinois first because my friend is housing my paintings down there again for about a year. That's when it all ended for me. I had a studio for 10 years in the Bronx, nice space, but then I don't know, just walked away from all that. But I still like to paint. I mean, the only thing I really keep on doing is the art. I mean, even if it's through like video,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
those flip cams are awesome.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Like the last 10, 20 years, we've been handed all these tools to do our art, and we're still like freaking out. Like, oh my God, you mean everyone's an artist now? It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
wow. Okay. This changes.
It feels like
everything.
everyone is in New York City.
Yeah, it really does. After all.
I mean, how do you do it? I mean, like,
Well, I was at
well,
I was at a
I don't sell or anything, but trying to get to show and then sell, it's like almost impossible, I
Well,
think.
it's such a battle, and it gets in the way of your art, and then you're like, what's the point of doing?
Well, that's become my art.
right.
No. If you go into the channel,
Uh-huh.
you'll see that all my pieces are about that.
About like getting your art out there.
Yeah, they're all about going into galleries and asking about a show.
Yeah.
And that's the art right now.
Well, I was at a writers' conference the last 2 days. I was Thursday and Friday.
Oh, cool.
Just full of writers who wanted to get their book published. Talking with agents and talking with publishers and all
Nice.
that. It was the same thing, but in the writer world.
Very
and
nice.
they're also facing the same thing. It's like, holy fuck, look at all these other people. Their books are just as good as mine.
It's
You
just
know,
it's
who
just
am I?
creativity, right? It's always
Totally.
supply and demand, right?
One thing that was really
Not enough
interesting-
demand.
What was really what was really interesting though is I think most of them didn't realize they're not good enough yet. And I think there's a lot of artists that probably don't realize they're not good enough yet to really have a lot of people want to buy them and put them up in their apartment or whatever it takes,
You think?
to run their movie on Hollywood. I think we sort of underestimated the quality issue.
Maybe.
It's harder to gauge with
But then you look
art.
into some of these galleries and you see what they're putting up, and it's
With
like
visual art, it's a lot harder to gauge. With writing,
they don't get it yet. I would have to. I mean, I've read some weird stuff, Like I read this Californian writer, and he was like going on and on about stuff, and what his thing was like how you change like the sound of things by putting a number on it or something and making it sound like the word, but it's like a
like when kids text.
yeah, like that. Like that was the whole thing.
Wow.
It was really funny though. I was like, huh.
How long was it? Like a couple
It
pages?
was like it was like a book. It was
a
like,
whole book like that?
yeah, like 150 pages.
Well, that's cool. And like, there's thousands of people that want to read that,
Yeah.
but only a couple thousand,
Yeah.
It's not that many.
Yeah. If you have a thing for that, a desire for imagination, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm glad the day's so nice.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm headed to Barnes & Noble to meet a friend. Funny I bumped into you. So listen, if you want to, definitely get a coffee sometime.
That would be lovely.
On A and Fifth. I mean, we could meet down here somewhere,
That'd be totally cool, man.
Yeah?
I definitely got to run into you.
All right, Kurt.
We're admiring the same art.
Yeah. Yes, that's how it happens.
Peace.